Hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
How are you doing tonight, Rudy?
Hi, Bryce.
Hi. I just want to let you know I got this 50 on the books for my commissary and the $75 that you guys put on my phone account, and I want to thank you for that again. That's very generous of you guys.
Oh, good. Well, we like to tithe in a special way, and we want to help you as much as we can, and I hope you're able to make phone calls to people that love you.
I was just able to talk to my brother, so that helps a lot in a lot of ways. It's nice to be able to talk to somebody while I'm in jail.
Good.
Hey, Bryce.
One more thing, the jail told me I cannot receive books unless it comes from the actual manufacturer.
Okay, that's pretty standard. Did they say whether they have to be hardcover or soft?
I did not inquire about that, but I'm pretty sure it has to be soft cover.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yep, and all three books that we got coming to you, the King James Bible, Pilgrim's Progress, and The Creature from Jekyll Island, they're all soft cover, and I wanted to let you know that we got your statement up from last night on your channel, and you got a lot of support, so we praise God for that.
Tons.
Thank you for doing that for me.
Tons and tons.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, I do have a question for you, just for clarity purposes. You know, we talked about this.
I heard a click. Is he still there?
You still on the line?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know how we talked about this IC Solutions, and there's a way to put money on my particular phone number, and then there's also like an inmate debit account.
Right.
And then there's also Touch Pay Direct. Now, I put money on Touch Pay Direct and IC Solutions, but is it just two different ways of doing the same thing? Do they both go to your commissary account?
When it comes to the Touch Pay Direct, I do not know how that works. I do know that if you put money on my books, I can purchase phone time using InTouch from my commissary account. And then the inmate debit account, what that means is basically I can call anybody.
Okay.
And then the IC Solutions account means I can only call you.
Okay, so the inmate debit account for IC Solutions is just for phone, but you can call anybody, but it's just a phone thing. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, so Touch Pay Direct is commissary. The reason I'm asking is on your YouTube channel, I told people how to donate to Touch Pay Direct, which is commissary. So that's a good thing, right? Because you want people to be able to donate to your commissary?
Yes, if they desire to do that.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can use that money to work on any legal paperwork that you need to, right?
Yeah, I can use that money to not only buy food, but buy stamped envelopes, paper, pens, pencils, erasers, stuff like that. Hygiene products.
Good, good.
Very good.
Oh, there is a guy that's trying to come and visit you. I think he's maybe 2 hours away, and he comes into Vegas for work, and he's trying to get on the list to visit you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That should be cool.
I think there's a lady, too, who's trying to come and visit you as well. There's a few people that are planning to come and visit you and show up at the court and write letters of support to the judge. And we might even look into coming for the sentencing date too.
Oh wow, that's really nice of you guys.
Well, we hope that whole courtroom is full up. And you know, I listened to you give the judge's address, and I'm a little concerned maybe the zip code was wrong. So I'm going to try to tomorrow call the judge and confirm with his court that we have the right address, and then I'll make a video especially giving out his specific address, and then I'll put a video on your channel asking people to write the judge.
Okay. And one thing about visitations is that the jail here, they only allow one visit per week.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to let us know when we talk to you if you have family coming that are priorities.
my family, I haven't seen or heard from them in a long time. Almost since I've been in here.
Okay.
Okay.
I never get any visits.
Okay, well, we'll try to make sure that people don't double up. So you're allowed one visitor per week, and is it allowed to be a couple? Like, could Rudy and I both come in at the same time?
Yeah.
Do you know what day? Do you know what day you get for visits?
I think it's Monday through Saturdays. As far as I know, you can visit any day of the week.
Oh, okay. It's any day, but once you have a visit, it's only 1 day per week that you can have a visitor?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll call the jail too, maybe, and try to get some clarity on that. Hey, I want to share this other thing with you that, you do have a tremendous amount of supporters, Bryce. A lot of people love you and realize, what's happened to you is, nothing more than a thought crime. And I don't know if you ever heard of an HBO documentary. It's called Gilberto Valley, documentary of a thought crime, and he was known as a cannibal cop up in New York.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
During one of our phone calls.
Yeah. He said some horrific things, brother, and it goes into the nature of a thought crime. And
he purchased everything he needed to cook his wife.
Yeah, he told people on the internet that he wanted to inflict maximum pain on his pregnant wife and fillet her alive and eat her body. And I mean, he said all kinds of things. So, but yet, the judge set him free because
he was a Satanist.
Yeah, well, not only because he was a Satanist, but the legal theory was he never planned to execute or implement any of the things that came out of his mouth. In other words, we have freedom of speech, and there's a DNA in this country of being able to have inflammatory speech. And even if you say some things that people consider over the line or they may not agree with, we have part of our country's DNA is inflammatory speech. But I want you to remember that you have a lot of people that support you, but you also have, because you've hit the radar of Obama's counterterrorism unit, I believe strongly that you have a dedicated group that are being paid by the government to slander your name. And I wanted to read to you this one particular guy, and it's not going to be very
pretty
flattering, but he's posting it on every one of your videos. It's like this guy's getting paid, just to go around and just post.
What's his name? Macho?
His name is Macho, and I want you to read it to be able to respond to it, because otherwise he just keeps spreading his poison,
And then, do you want him blocked? That's another question.
Yeah, block him, or if you think it's best, just block the comment section altogether, and maybe direct people to an email address if they wish to get more information on the topic.
Okay. All right. Well, here's what he says, and then I want you to have a chance to respond, because it's not fair that you're locked up in prison and he gets to spew all this crap everywhere. But here's what he says. This man was not targeted unjustly. If you did not see the video he made a while back where he had a helmet, body armor, and a machine gun ranting about killing Satanists and Muslims because they do not want his help, and that he was ready to kill these people, cursing up a storm. Obviously, he has some severe mental issues and is not fit for society. Honestly, I expected to see him on the news having killed multiple people, but gladly it is not currently the case. I imagine I asked back then. Many people who saw his video reported him to the authorities. If you are subscribed to this channel and are Christian especially, just know this man has openly, in a fit of rage or whatever he wants to call it, ranted for almost an hour, and then he wanted to get people together to shoot and kill all Satanist, Muslims, and atheists. Do not fall for this lie, regardless of what you think of the government and who is in charge. Fisher of Men is in need of mental help and should not immediately be let to join society, as he poses a huge threat for all people. So I wanted you to have a chance to respond to that, Bryce, because I've got my own opinion, but what say you to that?
I feel the guy's either just a troll or a paid government agent. I don't know. I didn't even mention nothing about Muslims or nothing like that in the video.
Okay.
And,
was it an hour?
The video?
Yeah.
The video was like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
Less than that.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, this guy has all of his facts wrong, and I didn't see the video either, brother, but I just know you, and even I've lost my temper quite a bit. It's hard not to lose your temper, and I would say if you're a man, a red-blooded man of this country, and you see what's going on, the proper response is, you get a little angry that our country's been taken over by an illegal foreign coup, and we have traitors in our government that are selling out our Constitution and are selling out our freedoms. And
you really didn't say anything different than the governor of Kentucky said this week.
Yeah, the governor of Kentucky, he quoted Thomas Jefferson in some very bold speech about how we need to stand up and, resist the tyranny that's going on. So, in any event, the majority, I just wanted you to kind of hear some of this crap, because you do have some paid, I believe they're paid by the government to spread disinformation about you. And,
right.
So, we're just trying to make sure you're aware of that. But I'm trying to think
He's just trying to. It's probably either one of my dedicated haters or someone paid to spread disinformation.
We never used to block anybody, and we let the comments go crazy, and we really don't have time to read all the comments. It's unbelievable, and I'm sure you had the same problem. But these trolls, we're used to dealing with them. It's no big deal.
And not only that, Bryce, but so many people, when the government brands anybody a criminal, like if the government brands you a criminal, we got so much cowardly people in this country that they don't understand, like, we're not to abandon someone just because somebody's been branded a criminal. Making a YouTube video, I don't care what you said, I guarantee you it wasn't worse than Gilberto Valle, who's walking around a free man, who, talked about cutting up women alive and, filleting his pregnant wife. And it's absolutely insanity that you're in prison because of words said in front of a camera, and there wasn't any overt action about any threat to any particular individual. There's a phrase called "no victim, no crime," and there's no victim in your case, and you should not be facing any jail time. I'm going to try to write up a good letter to the judge, and kind of make that comparison, and I hope others do as well. But I'll try to give that address out tomorrow, and I don't know if you have it in front of you, but that's an important thing, is that we get the judge's attention and fill up that courtroom.
Yeah, and everybody should know about FIJA.org, F-I-J-A, Fully Informed Jury Association, and learn jury rights.
Right. What was I going to say? Yeah, so if you guys can, if you think it's best to just block the comments completely, just go ahead and do that.
Well, it's your channel, and we'll follow your instructions. But let me share this with you. The overwhelming majority of people are positive, brother. I mean, I would say 75 to 80% are like they can't believe, they are shocked that you're in prison for a YouTube video, And so of course you got these these idiots from traitors, and I would say
they're consumed with fear, which God does not like.
Yeah, it says the cowardly will not enter heaven, right? So
exactly, in Revelations, if I'm correct.
Yes, and so I think you make the call at your channel, and I'll follow your instructions. But I say the overwhelming majority, as we read through them, everybody's like just shocked that you're in jail. They support you. They think it's horrific what's going on in this country, and they wish that there was more men in this country like you who stood up for their convictions and their belief.
And I believe as time goes on, the theories as to what I said in the video, which get more and more crazy and radical, and like that game there's a game that kids used to play in school called Telephone, where they would sit in a circle, or Secret, or whatever it's called, and whisper one thing to the guy's ear, and he whispers it to the next guy, and by the time it gets back to you, it's something completely different.
Yep, that's right.
Now, this guy, what was his name?
Macho
saying that I mentioned Muslims. I mentioned nothing about Muslims.
No.
So the next thing is going to be something else. Now it'll be Hindus. I don't know. But
on the Josh Tolley show today, there was 2 generals and 1 admiral, which agreed with most of everything you said.
Say it one more time. I was cut off by the lady. Tell me I had 1 minute left.
There's lots of whistleblowers coming forward now in all different areas. I mean, you've been locked up for a long time, and you wouldn't believe what's happened with whistleblowers. WikiLeaks is leaking like crazy information. You wouldn't even believe it.
I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah, call us back if you want, brother.
Yeah, I'll call you back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna drink a cup of coffee real fast.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds perfect.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
How are you doing tonight, Rudy?
Hi, Bryce. You tithe in a special way, and we want to help you as much as we can, and I hope you're able to make phone calls to people that love you.
I was just able to talk to my brother, so I want to let you know I got the 50 on the books, my commissary, and the $75 that you guys put on my phone account, and I want to thank you for that again. That's very generous of you guys.
Oh, good. Well, we like to. Okay, that's pretty standard. Did they say whether they have to be hardcover or soft?
I did not inquire about that, but I'm pretty sure it has to be soft cover.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yep, and all 3 books that we got coming.
Helps a lot in a lot of ways. It's nice to be able to talk to somebody while I'm in jail.
Good.
You guys.
Hey, Bryce.
One more thing, the jail told me I cannot receive books unless it comes from the actual manufacturer.